All right, let's move this over. Get our trading view. SPUs is just continue to rally. Monday. Gold is going for it, boy. Alright, so we're good. We're good for lags. We're good for FPS. CPU usage is low. No skin frames. Okay, cool. What's happening, people? So we're here for New York session. If the fan behind me is too loud, you guys can let me know. Wow, dollar's been coming down very, very heavy. What's happening, guys? So we got a like in here. How you doing? I'm just marking out some areas for today. On the economic calendar, today is Tuesday. We have CPI for the euro. Wush, gift, money day, my bro. Money day, Ritesh, how you doing? Throw some hearts in the chat. What's happening, boys? Gift says been under the weather. How are you getting on? I'm good. Um, been under the weather. What do you have? A cold? I've been hearing quite a few people have colds and whatnot. So I know Ritesh wasn't well as well last week. Yeah, get well, gift for sure. Okay. Tonsillitis. Gift says tonsillitis. No joke. Mad. So, what, are you gonna get your tonsils removed then? Or it doesn't require surgery? Gift says, nah, I'm shook to get them removed, so I'm on antibiotics. I mean, don't people often get their tonsils removed? I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think your tonsils are like necessary for you to live. Do you know what I mean? I mean, educate me. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, if you're new to the live right now, we are live streaming gold, trying to see what moves we are going to get for gold. Don't forget to leave a like on the live stream if you haven't done so already. Boy, GU bamboozled us yesterday. You know, GU really done the switcheroo. Really, really done the switcheroo. I need to do a breakdown video, in fact, from yesterday. I do need to do that. Because that move here that we had on GU yesterday was perfect. Was actually blooming perfect. It's just a shame it didn't continue. Okay, Gift says it's best to get them out when you're still young. It gets tricky when you get older. No, I feel you, bro. GU completely bamboozled us yesterday. It was crazy. It was crazy. Gift says missed the call outs yesterday. Well, it's a good thing you did, bro. I mean, gold hit TP1 and TP2 yesterday, but GU did not hit TP1. You know, GU was in profit for a very long time, but gold was kind of just floating in and out. It wasn't really going anywhere, and then boom, it hit TP1, it hit TP2, and then it just reversed, right? So for GU, the short was off of here. Obviously, you know, you are in the Telegram gift, so if you scroll up inside of my Telegram, you'll be able to see the setup for gold. For those of you that are not inside the Telegram, link to the Telegrams in the description box down below. You can join us completely for free. And whilst you're also down in the description box, just leave a like on the live stream. Helps the channel grow. Okay, so yeah. So we had GU pushed up. It was in profit for quite some time, and this was TP1 down here. This alert, that was TP1, and that's how close we were. But then we can see here that it reversed eventually and started pushing to the upside. And then if we go over to gold, gold trade was somewhere around here yesterday. Yeah, it was here. Okay. So for gold, we were stuck in this really, really mad spot for gold, right? It was really, really mad spot for gold during New York session. So essentially, right, we were yet to take out this low. We had a little bit of a pullback. We've had from London session, we had price sweep, right? Then it's just been dropping. Okay. So New York session came along. We had a pullback. I was looking at a short from this 5 minute area, but then I was thinking to myself, like, it's not the best area to actually take a trade from. And that was because if you head to the 15 minute, half hour, 1 hour, you can see that there's targets for imbalance a lot higher, right? There's other areas where price can actually pull back up to higher in order for us to get a sell. So with that being said, I was watching the price action and I was like, okay, we're starting to move, we're starting to move, we're starting to move. So I said to myself, okay, during this moment in time of where we are, right, it's about catching those quick short moves, right? I was happy with a 1 to 2 R&R. So initially we had this push to the upside here on that tapped the 5 minute area. Inside of this area here is a 1 minute imbalance, okay, and then inside of this area here is also another 1 minute imbalance. So the whole idea was, look, this is gonna do one of two things. It's either gonna react out this imbalance or we're gonna pull up and react out this imbalance. And at the time when I sent out the trade, I think it was around like two something. Yeah. So around 2, I called the trade, right? Inside of the Telegram. There was a mad push to the upside. I saw the reaction inside this 1 minute imbalance. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna enter for a sell. So I entered for a sell off of there. We came very close to TP. No, we didn't come close to TP3. What am I talking about? We hit. Hold on. Let me double check when that trade was called. Okay, so the trade was TP1, TP3. Yeah. So we hit TP1, we hit TP2, and we hit TP3. No, we we hit TP1 and TP2. Okay. So we got about 40 pips. Then we saw price reverse back up. Then we went back into profit again. So it was just sideways movement ranging, pushing up, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, right? Then I was looking at the dollar. You know what I usually do, guys. You know, you've seen me live stream a lot. You know exactly, how I look at the markets and, how I like to trade and whatnot. So the whole basis behind me going for the gold long is off of this area here on the dollar, right? So at the time, 1 p.m. New York session open, we had price pull back down into this area here. Okay. Now to the left here, we have shifted structure ever so slightly. So we are creating like highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So my whole idea was for us to actually get that higher high, okay, to test higher areas, okay. So if we had gotten that pullback up, I was at least looking for price to, potentially come down to, 102, 400 or, up to higher areas, right? Because if we turn our attention to the daily time frame, I was expecting us to actually test the foot of this daily up candle before we made a move to the downside, okay? Now, if we go back to the 15-minute, you can see there that we had a test of the 15-minute candle. We pushed up, right? And with us pushing up, that was actually us making the high of the day. Okay, so we made the high of the day, and then you can see that we started slamming down on the dollar because the dollar is just too damn weak. So essentially, price is pushed down, and of course gold, pushed back up. But like I said, inside the and this was really annoying because we pushed all the way back up. We were very close to stop loss, and then we hit all of our TPs, right? We hit the TP1 and TP2, and then eventually we had another switch around and went straight back up. Okay, so from the back of that, I was like, you know what, that's enough for today. Both of the trades were in profit. Gold hit TP1, TP2. GU did not even hit TP1, which was very annoying, but it is what it is. So we'll see if today we can actually get into some moves. So far there's nothing really, guys. August is still being August as usual. So for today, we don't have any other high impact news that is related to the dollar except for tomorrow. We got the crude oil inventories and the FOMC minutes, which is more than likely to affect gold. So we'll have to come back at that time. Yeah. What about you, Ritesh? Did you manage to get in some of those trades I called out in the Telegram? If you are rewatching the live stream, don't forget to leave a like on the live stream. If you're enjoying this kind of content, there's more content inside of the Telegram. Link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. To be honest, for GU, I still want to see a pullback on GU. Like, in the scenario where we get some equal highs forming here, right? In the scenario where GU doesn't actually break the high here, we could seriously get a test from this daily area and get a new high. In terms of this swing, it's still perfect, right? We've pushed down, slightly deeper than what's ideal, but we still pushed up. Ritesh says, I was at work so couldn't do much. Okay, that's cool, bro. No worries. There will be more. I'm trying to aim for 5 trades this week inside of the Telegram. So if you guys are interested in that, link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. Alright, we got 2 trades so far, so I'm trying to get 3 more out of the way. Right, I've had a lot of people messaging me about signals and whatnot, so I'm going to trial it out. See if it's not going to be too much of a bother. Like for today, I seriously doubt that we'll get much in terms of price action. And also, is the fan behind me making a lot of noise, guys? Let me know if you can hear a lot of interference. If not, I'll get my smaller fan out. How's the stream as well? Is the stream okay? Is it steady? Is it clear? And as always, all of you guys are inside this live stream right now. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Do you know what I mean? Way, the main man, Sir Everlastic, aka Mr. Jason. How you doing, my bro? It's been a minute since I've seen you in here. Give says stream is good inside the chat box. Richard says stream is good. Amazing. Whoosh. Alright, guys, so now we wait. So, whilst we're waiting for Price to do something, let's have a conversation, guys. What's been going on? How was you guys' weekend? Jason says steady like Freddy. Well, you got any more? You got any more, Jason? Come on, two more, two more. Gift says Gold is doing a mad thing. What's Gold doing, Gift? I'm not getting involved in anything Gold is doing right now. Gift says men at the all-time highs. Yeah, Gold is at all-time highs. Like I said, I'm not surprised Gold is at all-time highs, but it is pretty crazy. So we'll just have to wait for Gold to kind of come down a little bit. Give me a second, guys. Alright, sorry guys. I had a little phone call come in. Alright, Jason says being busy with the 9 to 5 more recently, but still looking at the charts for the escape plan when I can replace them. I feel you, bro. Gift says in the chat box, Jason, what's the plan, bro? Hey, Gifts is trying to jump in. Yeah, 100. Yeah, Jason, show everyone the light. Oh boy. So right now, for everyone that's inside the live stream, if you're not talking inside of a live chat box, just go to the chat box, say hello, or ask me a question, whatever it is, and I will do my best to give you an answer. Let's have a conversation, guys. We're waiting for Price to give us something to potentially look at, but for the time being, like we've discussed, gold is at all-time highs. GBP USD is kind of ranging ish, but it is trickling higher ever so slightly. The dollar is down bad. I feel like I've said that so much this year. The dollar is just down bad. We're still dropping, so we'll just have to wait for a potential pullback or a break of structure, or wait for the stock open for us to get into something for a move. Yeah. Sir Velasic, what's the game plan, bro? Come on, tell the brothers. What's the game plan? Guys, apparently, I've just had one of my mates send me this picture. Mother of four, 43, stabbed to death in Manchester, knife attack as girl 17 and man 64 fight for their lives in hospital. What's going on right now? What is actually going on, guys? Like, why are people killing each other? Don't make no sense. It says here tributes have been paid to a mother of four who has been. I don't even know if I can say half of this stuff on YouTube, without getting a strike. So I'm gonna use other words, guys. Yeah. So she's been stabbed to death in Manchester, knife attack. Has left a 17-year-old girl and a man aged 64 fighting for their lives in hospital. What? Triple stabbing? That's crazy. uh, Serve Elastic says in the chat box, consistency is key, my brother. Despite the ups and downs, stick to your strategy and don't violate the rules you set for yourself. Literally. But here's the thing, right? From time to time, you are gonna go against your own rules, right? But do your best to obviously not violate your own rules. Gift says, damn, that's crazy. All these knife attacks. This is crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's not like it's down in London. It's in Manny. It's in Birmingham. Like, bro, every single time I violate one of my own rules, I've paid the price. Stay focused to the game plan. Wait for high probability setups to present themselves and manage your risk. Yeah, that's something I'll also add to Jason. Right? Is that waiting for higher probability setups is probably one of the best things you can do. Right? Work yourself from the daily time frame. Understand where you are inside of the daily range. Okay, and then look for your entries. Right? I'll give you an example. Right now, we look at gold. When we are at all-time highs, there's no data to the left. There's no data to the right. Well, there's never data to the right, but there's no data to the left for us to work off of. Like, we understand that the market repeats itself, price repeats itself, and if there's no data to the left of us to work with, it's difficult for us to find an entry. Using the daily time frame is probably one of the best recommendations I can make for anyone. If you know or have you don't have to have a complete understanding, but if you have an idea of what the daily picture is likely to do, all you do is drop down to the lower time frame and work with the daily time frame. Now, think about it this way. If your stop loss is big enough and you have an idea of what the daily time frame is most likely to do, you will be profitable. It's that simple. It's literally that simple, guys. If you work with the daily time frame, let's just say, let me give you guys an example. Yeah, inside of here we had the break of this low here, right? When price was dropping here, we had the break of this low. We have a daily imbalance. If you marked out this imbalance and took an entry, let's just say around 50% of the daily imbalance, right? Or maybe you took an entry at where the imbalance started and you put your stop loss above the daily imbalances candle, profitable. Let's look at this one here. We have another daily imbalance, right? If you took your entry at where the daily imbalance starts from, you would have been in profit enough for you to cover your entry price, correct? Because within this doji candle, you can see that the day was down, it pushed up, but then it finished bearish. So you would have been in profit up to here. There's so many ways you can kind of play this game. You don't have to follow a set routine, a set strategy, right? You just need to find something that works for you. That's essentially it. I have so many tools for different scenarios, for different environments, that I need to basically pick, okay, what tools are best for the situation. Like, for example, you're not going to, drill a hole with a screwdriver. You're going to use a drill, right? So it doesn't mean that you can't use a screwdriver to, keep twisting and twisting and drill a hole, but you're working harder, not smarter. So I'm gonna, obviously use the drill to drill that hole. I hope you guys understand my analogy here. There's so many ways you can look at price, you can look at markets. Just work on finding something that works for you, and work to be consistent on that one thing. That's it, guys. That's literally it. Guys, if you're new to the live stream right now, you're enjoying the live stream, make sure to drop a like on the video, helps the channel grow. Also, if you're enjoying more of this content, make sure to click the link in the description box to join my Telegram. Link to Telegram's in the description box down below. Post a lot of chart analysis, trades, and many more content. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop inside the chat box. We got Jason, Gift, Ritesh. We're having a little convo inside the chat box. What else? Yeah, so Jason, every single time, yeah, exactly. Present themselves and manage your risk. Also, don't forget that it is August, right? Historically, bro, guys, August is the worst month to trade in. Like, I hate August so much just because I hate trading during August. So if you're finding it difficult during August, don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault. Richard says there's a lot going on in the UK. Literally, bro, there is a lot going on in the UK. Just a lot of nonsense, really. Like, I don't get it personally. Jason says, man, them now hold, have them stress and issues and just waiting on somebody to set it off. Yeah, literally, sometimes Ritesh asks, why is it difficult to trade in August? That is a very good question, my bro. So August is the summer holidays. Okay, it's the summer month. So markets tend to be a little bit more quiet. Okay, you've got to understand that there is cycles in market, there's cycles in price. There's going to be a quiet period. There's going to be a more, let's just say, a period of time where price is moving a lot more. Okay, so for example, if we look at March, right, if we look at Q1, remember obviously Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? There's going to be different targets set out for those quarters, right? Q1, what did we have during Q1? I believe we have the elections, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is in Q1, guys, that we had the elections. But there's periods of times where price is going to move a lot more than others. Okay, we have a high season and we've got a low season. Okay, no real trades as of yet, guys. Wow, gold is at 2,500. Crazy. Like, could gold go to 3K? Could gold reach 3K? Wow, could gold really reach 3K, guys? Wow. That's insane. That's actually insane. We're just trickling. Like, this price action is not great. We're just slowly moving up. Look, even the dollar is just slowly stretching lower. Does that answer your question, Ritesh? Or do you want me to explain it another way? I feel like I didn't explain it properly. Let me explain it another way, okay? So Ritesh asked, why is it difficult to trade in August, right? So the summer period, which is June, July, August, right? Most of America and Europe go on holiday. Okay, so historically, this is the time period where the least amount of returns are made during the year. That's why, because most of Europe go on holiday. Ritesh says maybe in September gold will reach 3K, the federal funds rate. That's actually a very good point. It could do. It could do because the Fed, there's been a lot of talks about the Fed cutting the interest rate. And to be honest, if the Fed does cut the interest rate, I think gold will drop down. I think gold will drop down because look, here's what's been happening, right? So one of the reasons why, other than other geopolitical factors such as wars and whatnot, is the one of the driving reasons behind gold reaching all-time highs. There's also the idea that, look, investors are losing faith in the Fed, right, to control inflation in America. So if they are losing faith in the dollar, that means the dollar will get weaker. Okay, so they're not backing the dollar. So you've got to understand, if money is taken out of one place, it's put into another place. Okay, so if the money is out of currencies, it's either going to go to the indices or it's going to go into the commodities, cryptos, whatever. Okay, so it's always going to be, the money's going to be somewhere. During times where commodities are quiet, FX could be doing very well. Vice versa. There's always a market that's doing really, really well and the market that's kind of quiet. Okay, the volume shifts. Now, like I was saying before, with the interest rate, because they're losing faith in in the Fed being able to manage the inflation side of US, we're going to see gold, rally as investors are going to shift their funds, shift their faith into other safer assets, such as the indices, such as gold. Maybe they might put into cryptos, whatnot, blah blah blah. Okay, obviously we know cryptos is mainly pushed by, or mainly affected by, other factors. So if, let's just say, the Fed does, start to decrease the interest rate, because the thing is, right, most places around the world, most places in Europe have already decreased the interest rate. Like, the Bank of England's reduced the interest rate. The European Central Bank has also decreased the interest rate. So why hasn't the dollar decreased the interest rate, right? So if, because this is how I'm kind of understanding the picture, right? But we'll see if this does play out. If the Fed does decrease the interest rate, right, this should give dollar some strength, right? Okay, maybe inflation has calmed down as what they believe to, well, what they want us to believe. Inflation is better, blah blah blah. So we're going to decrease interest rate, because remember, the reason why the rates went up in the first place was to help combat inflation, right? So if they're pushing the interest rate down, what would that do for the economy, right? Lower interest rates mean it's easier for you to get loans. Loan repayments are going to be less costly, right? So they're trying to boost spending inside the economy, right? So if they do decrease the interest, I know this is a little bit long-winded, but if they do decrease the interest rate, then we should ideally see, the dollar gain strength, and we should see gold drop down. That's what my thesis is. That's what I think will happen. But obviously, we'll see where the technicals are and see if my thought process is correct. Right? So it's just one of those things. We're yet to see kind of how that's going to play out. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Jason says waiting for a retracement to 25.10 on gold to a 15M FEG. What you say, 25.10? Okay, so that's this area here. For a bounce back to 25, 25, 25, 25. So that's a what's that, 120 pip drop? Which gold chart am I using? This doesn't even look right. Forex.com. Okay. I mean, it's possible, bro. It's possible. I see where you're kind of working off of. This area is possible because even look over here in the morning, we had a push up, we broke this high, we had a test, this little 15-minute imbalance inside of here, right? We've kind of worked off of there. So we could get another test inside of here. I'll mark that area out and keep an eye on it. Because at this moment, you know, gold's not really doing much. So look, September, once we've got this month out of the way, thank God, September, you know, we can start getting back to much better price action. And to be honest, guys, it might be better to even start trading cryptos, you know, like religiously. Alright, let's see what cryptos have been doing. Bitcoin on the daily. Let's go on the weekly. Yeah, we had that drop. We recovered ever so slightly. Alright, so on the weekly, it looks like we might take out last week's high and Monday, 5th of August high on BTC. We've got a slight bit of imbalance inside of there. It looks like recovery may continue. We've had a test of this 8-hour candle here. Okay, we've pushed up. Okay, Bitcoin is possible. There's a massive bit of imbalance here on the 1 hour to work with. I'm gonna set some alerts for Bitcoin. I mean, let me know, would you guys enjoy some Bitcoin trades? Would you guys enjoy some Bitcoin trades inside of Telegram? I'll have to follow Bitcoin so that I can be on side. You know, when you start looking at a certain type of asset class, right, you've got to give yourself some time to kind of understand it. Ritesh says in the chat box, can you explain the imbalance the next time? Yeah, bro, we're going to go through that next. For sure. Gift says, yeah, man, I would love Bitcoin trade. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I'll start looking at Bitcoin a little bit more. I'll add it to my list. See, this is the thing though. Should I go with Bitsmap or Wanda or Binance? I'll have to play around. It will probably IC markets. This one's a spot CFD. Okay. Swap? No, I don't want swap. Let me just check the prices of these two. 68. What's this one at? 66. See, look, it's different. So the price of Bitsmap right now is 67.2, right? And IC markets is 69.7. See the difference, guys? It looks like IC markets even gives us the sense as well, but Bitsmap doesn't. So I'm probably going to use IC markets just because it's a little bit more accurate. Let me try to reference that with something else, with another provider. Let's have a look at Kraken, 8cap, Pepperstone, Oanda. Okay. Can you guys notice how, depending on what provider you're using, can massively impact your stop loss? Okay, that's why when you're on TradingView, you've got to ideally find, you know, if you don't have your broker on TradingView, which is fine, find a chart or a provider that is closest to what you see on your brokerage account, on your trading account. See, look, this is 737. This one here is 709. This one here is 735, 724, 740. See, it's all different. It's literally all different. I think Kraken's one is way out of range. Right, these two are very close together. 8 cap and IC markets. Awanda. I'm gonna work with IC markets. The difference is pretty accurate here. Gift says, I've noticed it massively with US oil. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes if you forget to kind of check those things, you're gonna put yourself in a pretty tight spot. Where is it? IC markets. Okay. Whenever my alerts go off of Bitcoin, we can take a closer look at that. What's oil doing? Wow, look at oil on the daily, coming down heavy, along with the dollar. It's crazy. We've got crude oil inventories tomorrow. We had a gap opening here for the oil. Looks like we can pull back up on oil ever so slightly. These weekly lows don't look too bad. Gold looks like a mess. Let's see what GU and EU is doing. Euro USD, not much. Let me change the order of that really quickly. FXCM, what's this? Kraken. Let's get rid of that. Okay, cool. To be honest, guys, today looks like a pretty dead day so far. Do you guys have any ideas of any educational content you guys want me to make and post on the channel? Just put it inside of the chat box right now. I know I've had some requests lately for imbalance, so I can definitely do a video on, you know, what is imbalance and how you can find it. I don't mind showing you guys that. There was another video request. What was it on? I forgot what it was on. But yes, guys, any of your pairs doing much? Any movement so far on your end? We're about 43 minutes. No, yeah, 43 minutes into the live stream. Price is not really doing much. Just trying to see what price wants to do. If you're inside the live stream right now and you're enjoying the content, please leave a like on the live, helps the channel grow. If you do enjoy this kind of content, there is more provided inside of my Telegram. Link to the Telegrams in the description box down below. Jason says GU is pushing up. Yeah, EU is also pushing up ever so slightly. Yeah, it is pushing up. But you know, I'm not particularly excited about 11 pips. You know, even when we look at the open, since the open we've moved 15 pips. I mean, unless if we're looking for trades on the second time frame, this ain't really saying much. It looks like gold hasn't even come for these lows. Look, check this out. We got all these lows here. We got those equal lows there. Gold hasn't come for them, but it does look like it's about to breach and make another high. Let's just work off of what we can see for the time being. Jason says, don't understand what constitutes an order block. I mean, I could make a video on that too. When you say order block, right? I refer to them as lip blocks, eye candles, whatever, right? Jason says just took a quick scalp of gold to the upside. Sick, my bro. Sick. What was your entries? Cause boy, I am not getting involved in this. You've definitely got more bollocks than I do. So with a lip block, right? It's more so about what price has done as a result of that candle, right? So what has price done after that candle has been printed? So that candle that you select as your lip block, what has price done after that point? Because if price has done a lot or moved a lot from that area, then you've got to understand that there's a theory, right? That's why I always end my live streams, and I need to, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? It'll come to me, guys. Give me a second. I need to claim. It's not claim, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I need to claim the phrase. Copyright. There we go. I need to copyright the phrase. Always remember the theory behind the practice, right? So the theory behind the practice of using lip blocks or order blocks, whatever you call them, doesn't really matter, right? Is what has price done prior to or after that candle was printed, sorry. Okay, that's what's important, right? Jason says 2525.85 to 2527. What is that like? What's that like? 20 pips? 30 pips? I mean, bro, if it's in green, it's in green, boy. What's that? 20, 30 pips? Okay, about 15 pips. Bro, a scalp's a scalp, you know? It doesn't matter how many pips you're catching. It's about your lot size. If you're entering a 2 lot, or no, not even a 2 lot. 2 lot ain't enough. If you're entering like a 5 lot, you know, those 10, 15 pips, it's gonna look like a lot. If you're inside the live stream right now and you're enjoying the content, drop a like on the live. Helps the channel grow. And also, if you enjoy this content and you want to see more, there's more content like this inside the Telegram. Link to the Telegram is in the description box down below. Gift says in the chat box, anyone seeing Euro USD? Why? What's EU been doing, bro? Don't tell me EU's just pumped or something. Okay, EU's moved a little bit too. Looks like the dollar's dropping off 101,700. Yeah. Looks like we're just gonna get a continuation, guys. EU is pushing up, but Jason says $150 with a lot size of 1. Yeah. Yeah. Gift says, what's going on with the dollar? EU to the moon. Well, let's see it, bro. Yeah, that's the one thing, just not trying to chase. EU's pushed up incredibly high. You know, on a weekly perspective, we're looking for the weekly high here. So that price is 1.11393. Okay, so it's probably best to look for 1.11400, I reckon. Let's see what happens. But for now, just more of the same. Guys, to be honest, if it wasn't for this live stream, and I know how you guys enjoy the live streams, what I would do is set alerts and just chill, right? You know, do the stuff that I usually do, you know, make some thumbnails, you know, update the Telegram, because I would not be sitting here staring at this. Okay. Guys, I reckon once it hits 2, we're going to have the usual 20-minute, 15 to 20-minute break. I need to figure out on this screen capture how to make a little scene. Yeah. Whoops. I don't know if that stops the live stream. That does stop the live stream. Okay, let's not do that. Yeah, 20-minute break, guys. Yeah, 15 to 20-minute break. rest your eyes a little bit, set some alerts, um, get something to eat if you haven't eaten already, and then we'll come back for the stock open. Jace Gift says Roger that. Jason says using Mac or Windows. Are you asking me? I use a Mac. It's really annoying sometimes to use Mac because Windows just allows you to do so much more. For example, I can't live stream on TikTok because I don't have Windows. So I might have to get Windows. Yeah, I should get Windows, innit, guys? I'm gonna get Windows. I'm gonna get Windows. What do you guys recommend as a good Windows alternative? I might have to look at some other people's setups. We'll be back shortly for stock open. Let's make this big. Alright, guys. I think that's big enough for everyone to see on the live stream. What do you use, Jason? Do you use Mac or Windows? To be honest, they all do the same job. There's my 2 p.m. alarm. Jason says can always get a parallel desktop or use Boot Camp. Do you know what's funny, Jace? I actually do have parallels. I bought parallels a while back. I paid for like I think what they called it was like some sort of a key. I don't really understand how it works, but I bought parallels where I can run Windows on the Mac. But to be honest, I don't really like using it because it's a little bit funky. Like it doesn't work perfectly. Or use Bootcamp to partition a Windows PC. Is Bootcamp kind of like Parallels? Mac primarily, but on my old MacBook, when I'm booting up, I hit Command and then I can select if I want to use Mac or Windows. That's pretty cold. So is that you using this Bootcamp thing? To be honest, I might just buy a Windows. I can't lie. I might just buy a Windows because I think maybe live streaming on TikTok might be better. Or maybe I might do a thing where live stream 3 days on YouTube, live stream 2 days on TikTok. How does it work, bro? This Bootcamp thing. Do you have like a website I can look up? Bootcamp. Let's see. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. You're gonna see a blank screen for a little moment. Bootcamp. Let's see, Bootcamp. What is boot camp? It says you learn how to use Boot Camp Assistant to install Windows onto your Intel-based Mac. That's interesting. Jason says it's laggy with Parallels. So have you used Parallels before, Jason? Yeah. With Boot Camp, it's just like a Windows PC. Just decide how much storage space you want to give it. No way. Hey, yo, Jason, if this works out, just understand, mad respect, mad ratings, because what is your favorite MMO RPG available only for Windows? Do you have all financial data in a Windows only accounting app? Need to test web pages in Windows? No problem. Just install Windows on your Intel based Mac with Boot Camp. That's so cool. That is so cool. YouTube tutorials. Yeah, because I don't even remember how much I paid to get Parallels. But when I bought Parallels, like it was good for the time being because I wanted to run a backtesting software, okay, and that backtesting software was sick, but I only worked on Windows. So then I bought Parallels, then bought the backtesting software. Bro, guys, it's just long. I bought Parallels. Jason says Parallels sucks for graphics, intense stuff, but Bootcamp is the ish. Okay, I've literally got it up on the tab right here on this other screen. But yeah, when I was using what was I saying? When I was using Parallels, it's cool, to buy the Forex tester. That was pretty cool too. But then it's like as soon as I booted up the Mac, Parallels also booted up at the same time, and the Parallels will take time to load up, and it was a little bit glitchy. So it's like, look, I've got to turn you off because you're just doing too much. But yeah, I do want to live stream on TikTok, so I'm probably gonna get this Parallels just purely for TikTok. I'm gonna look at some YouTube videos for sure. But Jace, big up Jace, bringing some key information to the fold. Hey, the YouTube tutorials all over how to do it. You're partitioning your hard drive to have two operating systems on the same hard drive. Okay, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Doesn't that have doesn't that have issues for the hard drive if you're basically splitting into two different operations? Wouldn't it have effects on your CPU? Like maybe potentially I might have to upgrade the system I'm using, right? Because to be honest, I have probably barely any space because all the videos that I film, I need to clear out some of my storage. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, big up Jason. Guys, if you're inside the live stream right now and you're enjoying the live stream, don't forget to leave a like on the live stream. Helps the channel grow. Big up Jason to bring in the information on what's it called again? Boot camp. Yeah, I appreciate that, my bro. We'll be back for stock open, which is in about 20 minutes. So we're gonna have a little break, give our eyes a little bit of a rest. We've got our alerts set, so we'll wait for the alerts to be hit before we actually look for some potential moves. Okay, so far the rundown is the dollar is continuing to drop lower, okay, which results in most of the majors continue to push, which is nothing out of the ordinary. We will take a look at cryptos and Bitcoin once we actually start pushing as well, or doing something for the cryptos. Gold, still looking for gold to kind of give us a pullback to enter this for some buys to the upside. We are sitting at all-time highs, so there's no real reason for us to sell, but it does make more sense to sell than to buy because we are so damn high. Anyways, guys, we'll be back and I'll see you guys soon. I will leave the live stream running, but there will be no audio. And as soon as I'm about to leave, Jason, you want to reply. So you've got here, you said, haven't had any ill effects on my 2014 MacBook Pro, but I do have 1 TB, so I keep 750 GB for the Mac and 200 for the Windows, and defaults to keep a little resetting for Mac. What do you mean by defaults to keep a little for resetting the Mac? Can you explain that a little bit better? Or in another way that makes a little bit more sense? I get what you're saying, because you've essentially split it up. So, look, I'll do the research later, anyways. But it sounds like it's more of a storage thing, not necessarily how hard it's gonna make your CPU work. If it's a storage thing, I don't think that should be a problem. Let me check how much storage I have, because I can just offload some. Alright, boys. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, what's happening, my people? We're back. 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 All right, we got the stock open. It's opening in 10 seconds. Let's see if we can get a move for the stock open. Okay, so Jason said there's part of the hard drive that you can't use for anything. Yeah. It's like a basic operating system backdoor if you ever lost all your data and operating system and needed it reloaded. Nah, I got you, bro. I'm not too sure if you're still here, but I got you. Alright, so for the stock open, right? So for the stock open, let's take a look at what the indices has been doing so far recently. Right, monthly, weekly picture, it looks very bullish, guys. Like, we look very likely to make all-time highs again for the S&P 500. I would not be surprised if we do so. On the 1 hour time frame for the S&P 500, let's get rid of that. Okay, there really isn't much. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a shallow pullback and a continuation for today. I do need to take a look if there's any earnings reports. Let me see. Like, there was a time where I used to trade the S&P, the indices really, religiously. This feed that you get from forex.com, and they're actually lagging behind. On TradingView, it's a separate fee that you need to pay if you want to get the live data feed. So today, or this week, I'm trying to see if there's, Apple or Microsoft, if they've got any earnings reports. I'm just checking on forex investing.com, sorry. Okay, I don't see it here. That's fine. Wow, look at the size of these candles. So who we got in the live stream right now? Guys, if you are inside the live and you're enjoying this kind of content, there's more content posted inside of my Telegram. Link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. It's completely for free. Just click join and you can enjoy the content I post there. Whilst you're down there, don't forget to leave a like on the video. It does help the channel grow. So I appreciate you a lot. Who we got inside the live right now? Gift, Jason, Ritesh. Who else we got in here? Just say hello inside the chat box. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to give you an answer. Okay, Gift says he's still here. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that little break there. I ended up just looking a little bit more into this boot camp thing. But we are here. Market is opened. Ritesh says he's still here as well. Safraz. I didn't know. Safraz is messaging inside the Telegram. Well, can't you text inside of the YouTube chat box? I think you mentioned saying something about it like a little while ago. All right, let's break this down. 1 hour time frame. What has happened before? Okay, so I'm looking at this pullback down here. Okay, this time was 4. This time was 10. This time was 3. Okay, so we have a half-hour imbalance inside of here, coupled with that half-hour candle. Okay, we can see that we've had a test there. We've continued higher. Right, we've had another pullback here, ever so slightly. I'm looking at the timing of it. This is around 11:30. Okay, 2:30. We continue higher. We've ranged. When is this? Friday? Oh, sorry. This is New York time zone. So 9:30 will be the stock open. So 9:30 stock open, push up, pull back. We continue to the upside. Right. So inside of here, this would be London session. Had a test during London session. And then stock open here, 9:30. We have a pull back down lower. We continue for the rest of this session. Okay. Cool. So ideally for the S&P 500, okay, this is not, great market conditions by any stretch of the imagination. But if I had to, look for a potential entry, for a potential setup, I'm always going to do what I always do, okay? I'm going to identify my POIs, I'm going to identify the structure, which is obviously bullish, and I'm going to identify the liquidity, okay? Now, if I'm identifying my POIs, we've got this daily candle here, right? So it can give us a pullback down from the daily picture. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust the visibility of this. Okay, so in order of, like, if we were to get price dropping, that would be one of the areas that I would look at. On the 4 hour time frame, where's the liquidity? Have we taken out this high here? Yes, we have. I think so, ever so slightly. Yeah, so we got this 4 hour imbalance, which is sitting inside of the daily candle. Okay, so we got that 4 hour imbalance, which is sitting inside of that daily area. Okay, so everything is kind of pointing to higher prices. So if we can get, an entry which is going to allow us to go long, that's the most ideal picture, the most ideal setup. So for the time being, we do have this half hour imbalance. So if we can get a pullback down into the half hour imbalance and then a continuation, that could be a play. Okay, alternatively, we do have this area here on the 5M. Okay, that can also play as a reverse entry. Okay, so all I'm doing here, guys, is trying to get on side. So essentially, right, essentially what that means is we're trying to see, how do I explain this? I need a metaphor. Okay, so think about it like this. You have, how do I find a metaphor for this? So let's just say you want to catch a mouse, right? So you set up your mouse trap, and then before you get to the mouse trap, you've left like a trail of food, right? Cheese, rice, whatever. And then where you've obviously got the trap is where you have most of the food, so that it entices the mouse to get caught, right? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying to find areas where I can essentially put in a trail of entries or see how market is going to react to these areas. Okay, so if, let's just say for example, price starts to react out of here and we start to see bullish price action, okay, then I'm gonna potentially look at getting into an entry, because if we are reacting out of this area here, then it's not likely that we're gonna react out of the area lower. Okay, so inside of here, this whole candle here on the half hour, okay, I've just refined it down to the 5 minute. Okay, we've had a test into the 5 minute candle, okay, prior to the stock open, and during the stock open we've seen price, push to the upside. Okay, the first area I'm going to look at is this reverse imbalance, okay, for an entry. The second area I'm going to look at is the invalidation of this area and work inside that half hour candle. Okay, work inside that half hour imbalance to go long. So essentially we're just looking to go long, guys. Nothing crazy, just looking to go long. So my target is going to be, of course, the first going to be the high of the mini range that we've been building here, and then work ourselves into that daily candle which is sitting up above. Okay, that's going to be the move so far. So let's see how it plays out. And also, guys, for those of you that are inside of my OGs, I think pretty much all of you in here are inside of the OGs chat and the Telegram. What I'm going to do is I have a lot of requests for the discussion section of the Telegram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a WhatsApp group, okay, for the OGs, because I still want, you OGs to feel special. I still want you guys to understand that, like I said to you guys, you're going to get the first everything, really. You're going to get the first discounts, the first exposure to any kind of products that I have available, and then we'll work off of that, okay? But yeah, then I'm going to open that discussion section inside of Telegram to everyone inside of Telegram that requests to join, so that we can get more discussions. You guys can also meet other traders as well, more people to talk and bounce off of. Maybe someone's looking at this, they're looking at that, So that's what I'm going to do for today. So that WhatsApp group, right, I'm going to create for the OGs is just for you OGs, okay? So I think there's about 13 or 14 of you guys. So you can still have a whole separate chat if you'd like, right? If not, that's also cool. If you want to mainly talk inside the Telegram, you can mainly talk inside the Telegram. It's not a problem, because I still do want to give you guys the exclusivity that I promised you guys when I first started this channel. The channel is growing, guys. It is growing. It's growing very fast. I think we're on 71, 72, 73 subscribers, something like that. So I'm looking to touch 100 subs maybe by the end of September, or maybe the end of this month. You never know. So, again, I appreciate you guys for joining me during these lives, and I hope you take something out of these lives. Whether there's some trades, whether there's some chart analysis, whether there's, further understanding of the market, or, you want to sit somewhere, watch the charts together, I'm all for that. I'm going to be here doing that anyway, so. Do you know who I haven't seen in a while in these live streams? Is Chelms. I have no idea what's happened to Chelms. Where is she gone? I might have to send her a message and ask her how she's doing. She's usually, one of the people that's always on here. Okay, quick little update on gold. Gold is finally taking those lows. Remember these equal lows that I marked out earlier. Okay. Now, I just don't want to trade gold. I'll be so real with you guys. It's at all-time highs. Right, so now that we've taken out these lows, there's a slight picture forming here on the 1 minute. We could get a test and then a new low form on the 1 minute. Or price can take out the equal lows and then start bussing back to the upside. Okay, either way, I do believe that we can get a move out of this area on the 1 minute if you are brave enough to take that position. For me, it's not high probability, so let's just see how that plays out as well. Gift says in the chat box, Charms is in APG Discord. We have been playing some games in there, lol. The APG Discord. Okay. It doesn't look like we're going to get the pullback on the indices that we're kind of looking for. Straight pushing up. There's just a lot of continuation going on here for the S&P. Looking for a quick scalp to the downside for GU. Really? You're looking to scalp GU on a sell? I hope you didn't lose money there, bro. Like these market conditions are not worth the hassle, because not only is it not moving, addition to, oh no Joy, you didn't enter. Okay, cool. Addition to that is the R&R is not worth it. You know, even if you risk it, like the risk to reward ratio just don't make sense. Let's see what gold wants to do. Looks like gold will take out the high. Wow, the dollar is seriously down bad. Wow. That weekly low is looking more and more likely. You know, to be honest, there was a time where I did want to see the dollar actually reach as high as, 108. I wanted to see 108 on the dollar. But look, we've pushed up, we failed. We failed again to make another high, and we've just slammed down ever since. S&P is just continuing so far. Alright, I would still take a look at that area there for the S&P 500. You know, the best day to essentially look for a trade will have to be... Let me just check the economic calendar. The best day to trade this week is it's Thursday, really. Yeah, it's Thursday. Okay, that's probably the best day. Wednesday, Thursday, probably the best days of the week. This is just continuing, guys. The stock market. All right, ladies and gents. I think we've spent enough time on this live stream having a look at price. Not really had much joy, just like as Gift says there. Not much joy in terms of entries, but I've walked you through, GU, gold, Bitcoin. We've also looked at the indices from the S&P 500, and I've given you guys, a few setups to look at, and we've also covered some interesting topics so far. I am going straight to look more about this. What is it called? Boot camp. And see how that goes. So big up Jason, big up Gift, big up Ritesh, big up Safraz, the usuals on the live stream. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. No trades today, unfortunately, but hey, I can't force the market to give us a trade. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. Oh wait, don't forget, always remember the theory behind the practice. Can't forget the outro now.